Hi everyone, Becca here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make beef bourguignon. It's a beef stew made with red wine and is delicious. Let's get started. We're going to start off by cutting our bacon into bite-sized pieces. Put the bacon into a cold frying pan, and once all the bacon is in the frying pan, put that over medium heat. We're going to pan fry the bacon until the fat comes out and the bacon gets a little crispy like this. We're going to continue using this pan, but we don't want all that grease. So we're going to take the bacon and set it aside and pour out most of that grease, but make sure you leave some grease in the pan because we're going to use that pan to pan sear the beef. So we have to cut the beef. You can cut the beef however you like. You can make them bigger or smaller. This is about the size that I like. Make sure we get each piece of the beef dry because if the beef is wet, when you go to pan fry it, it won't get that nice color on it. Now before we pan fry it, we're going to add salt and pepper and make sure you get that salt and pepper on each piece of the beef. And now we're going to put the beef piece by piece into the pan. Make sure you don't crowd the pan. So you're going to have to do this in batches. Sear the beef until you get some nice color on each side. And do that with all of the beef. Let's move on to the veggies. So I'm going to cut your carrot and some onion. I'm using a little bit of carrot. You can use more or less. Then cut your onion. Normally, they also use pearl onions in this beef bourguignon, but I'm not. I'm just using this one whole yellow onion. We're going to pan fry the veggies in the pan that the bacon and the beef were in. So just put the veggies in there, add some salt and pepper, and pan fry that for a little bit. Put some flour in an oven-safe pot and the beef that we just cooked. Mix the beef around the flour and make sure you coat all the beef and put that into the oven while you're cooking the veggies. Once the veggies are done, take the beef out and put the veggies in with the beef and mix that around. Now we're going to deglaze the pan that we just cooked the bacon, beef, and veggies in. So pour some red wine in there and just mix it around. Make sure you get all the goodness off the bottom of that pan. Pour that into the pot that has the beef and veggies, and I'm adding a little more wine. We're also going to add some beef broth. Add the bacon from earlier, garlic, bay leaves, thyme, and tomato paste. Mix that all together. Now, normally people use pearl onions. I'm using these little potatoes with the skin on. They taste so good after they've been cooking in that broth. Now, you're going to put that into the oven. About an hour later, this is how the stew will look. Stir the stew around and then put it back into the oven. While that's in the oven, we're going to start preparing our mushrooms. We're going to cut them into quarters and pan fry them in a little bit of oil. Pan fry them until you see the moisture is gone and the mushrooms have a little color on them. Now take the stew back out of the oven, put in your mushrooms, and mix that around. And put your stew back into the oven for another hour. After the third hour, this is what the stew will look like. You want to take everything out except for the juices and cook that over medium heat until it's as thick as you would like. Look at that. We're done. Now, if you cook the broth longer, it will get even thicker. But look at that meat. It's nice and tender and delicious. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.